Let's see what we can do.
Oh. Oh. What? It's a guy.
What in the name of the Green Mother's going on in this crazy town?
Is that the Griffin we found in the Blackwing Library? How can he change? The ceiling gives way with a thundering crash, and a Griffin lands on the floor of the tavern. In a flash, the creature transforms. A huge, red-bearded man now stands before you. Folding his arms, he casts a proprietary eye over the tavern, and in a deep, booming voice asks... No. I like the style.
Who's in charge here? You there in the armor? Or is it you, tavern keeper? Or maybe it's you, old-timer? Oh, you, I remember. You were in that ravaged fortress with all the books. You can explain all this to me.
His nut-brown eyes bounce from Irabeth to Gamel and then to the storyteller, before finally landing on you.
Well?
Ignoring the looks of astonishment, the man approaches and looks you dead in the eye. I like the last one, just as a move to be just like, But Logan can't keep his mouth shut, so... Well, what?
You get all kinds of mayhem going on outside is what? I want to know what's happening. Alright, first things first. If by some chance you don't already know, they call me Ulbrig. Ulbrig Olesk. Chief of the Olesk clan. The one that gave Barzog's orcs a drubbing. What, never heard of them either?
No.
Oh, damned. Is this an illusion or something? One minute I'm laying myself down for a nap in a glade one summer's day, and the next I'm waking up among ruins and flames and monsters running riot. And no one knows me. But you see, my name's famous across Sarkoris. Where in the blazes am I? What's going on here?
Yeah, I think that explains some stuff. Ulbrig pensively runs his large hand over his beard. Sarkoris. The lost Khalid realm of Sarkoris was the savage land of fiercely painted warriors, shamans and druids, established in 3672. That's a long time ago, if you don't know, I think like 1000 years. A few years before the prophesied return of Erodin, stirrings of demonic cults began there. Sarkoris' strange mystics made a grim prediction of the nation's fall. However, the people were mostly confident that Erodin's return would directly lead to a final end of these cults. Unfortunately, the mystics were proven correct. The death of Erodin in 4606 saw the appearance of the Worldwound, a gaping gateway to the abyss in the heart of Sarkoris. The nearby city of Is was the first to fall to the demonic forces. At first, it seemed that there still was a chance to stop the invasion, but in 4638, the Worldwound abruptly expanded. The rest of the clan halls soon fell. The very land became warped and twisted, and demons continued to spew forth from the Worldwound. The Church of iomedae declared the Mendevian Crusades in order to drive back the demons. However, whilst they have been somewhat successful in containing the threat, Sarkoris itself remains firmly under demonic control. Yeah, I'm not sure how much is left of Sarkoris and what Sarkoris he's remembering. Succeeded at a knowledge check. You've heard songs that tell of the glorious victory of an alliance of Sarkorian tribes over an orcish horde led by a chief called Barzak. But that was a long time ago, centuries in the past, before the demon invasion. Is it possible that this man does not know that Sarkoris has fallen? Unfortunately, I can't comment on that. You said you saw me in the library. When?
Now, let me think. Strange that the memory's in there, but it's all broken up in little pieces. So
I feel you.
I opened my eyes, I saw books and stones around me, and you were there. Then I was flying over the city. I had wings. And then I was in this here tavern, and then I saw you again.
Oh, so he doesn't remember when he's a griffin? Ulbrig tugs on his red beard as he ponders. You know, you couldn't just come through the door?
The door would have been smarter, right enough. I was asleep too long, that must be it. My head's all muddled. I remember I was flying over the city looking for something, and when I found it, I just drove straight for it. Roads and roofs be damned. But what was I looking for? Drinks? Warriors? No, that's not it. Or maybe you. Was I looking for you?
Oh. Ulbrig looks at the hole made in the ceiling by his entrance and sheepishly scratches the back of his head. In the library there was a stone statue of a griffin. It came to life suddenly and flew off. Was that you?
A statue, you say? Strange. I don't remember being turned to stone. But if it looked like a griffin, then it must have been me. Take a gander at this. Don't worry, I won't scratch you. I'm no werewolf, I'm a shifter. My powers were granted to me by the sacred griffin Erevar, who protects our clan. I doubt you've got any other griffins flying about this city of yours.
Ulbrig displays his large hand to you. He bends his fingers and they immediately turn crooked, transforming into razor-sharp bird talons. You're saying you fell asleep in Sarkorian and woke up here?
That's what I'm saying to you. I was plucked like a fish from a pond and carried off to God's nowhere. All right, that's enough questions from you. Now answer some of mine. Where am I and what's going on here?
Ah, the second option is lovely. I think that would be slightly too cruel of a joke for someone who has completely lost his memory, so yeah, that's not what Logan would say. But just to let you enjoy it, it would be, you're not on Golarion anymore. This world is called No Hopia, and every day, just after lunch, we get invaded by demons. This city is called Kenabres. I don't know how long you were asleep, but Sarkorian hasn't existed for 100 years.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. Oh, you got me there. You're telling me I fell asleep for 100 years. Sarkorian was swallowed by demons, and Kenabres, that little fishing village, is now a fortress city. Oh, go on, pull the other one.
Well, I guess maybe the reaction wouldn't be quite that different. Ulbrig listens to you in silence, but his expression becomes more and more bewildered as you speak. At last, the big man explodes in a fit of rumbling laughter.
Fine. If you don't want to tell me what's going on, don't. We're in a tavern, not in the middle of nowhere. There's plenty of folks around. I'm sure one of these people will tell me what's happening here.
Ulbrig looks around.
There's one thing I do know without asking. You've got a tough fight on your hands. I'm not one to wait on an invitation to a brawl, so if you're making ready to break some demon horns, I'm going with you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have a taste of whatever ale they brew here.
Alright. Oh no, we have once again to decide which companion to take. He's a Griffin hard shifter. What can you do? Oh, interesting. The weapon focus he has is his primal attacks, so claws and bites. And he has a green faith. The green faith is a naturalistic philosophy based on the belief that natural forces are worthy of attention and respect. Followers of the green faith meditate daily, commune with natural forms of power, and show respect to nature in all things. Yeah, and he basically seems to fight with his shifter claws, which get basically a cold iron trait. Interesting. I'm very intrigued. I'm pretty sure I will take him along. Skill-wise, he has perception and nature law and a tiny amount of stealth. And some athletics and mobility. Yeah, I think it's very similar to Lann. Alright. Ah yeah, in case you don't know, of course, I mean, I bought, or, well no, I didn't buy, my brother bought the game and the DLCs. This character is part of the DLC. Yeah, what did I want to do? Let's talk to him. Ah, he doesn't really say... No, wait, that's... I think the wrong one. He looks similar. They both had red hair. And I just want to say they both have a name starting with B, but... Well... That would have been so awkward, just going to another guy who looks like roughly the same and be like, "Hey Ulbrig!" Oh, hey there. Just the lad I wanted to talk to. To your health, by the way. Ulbrig sips from his beer mug. I ask around about this here city and about the whole hubbub, who you lot are fighting and why, and the more I hear, the less I understand. So, you weren't lying about Kenabres and the demon invading. Everyone from the tavern keeper tonight is giving me the same hukum. They all say Sarkorian was burned to the ground by a bunch of Oglins 100 years ago. And Kenabres, that godforsaken village the size of a pig's snouts, who turned into this massive fortress to defend against them. Which means I must have slept for 100 years and didn't notice a thing. So what am I to make of this? Am I the balmy one, or is it everyone else? Or maybe we've all been bewitched by Fae and are living in the yarn they're spinning. Talk about a doozy. Ulbrig scratches his beard. I actually want to ask you something. Oh, that's right. I had a question of my own to ask you. Explain... No, you. Explain to me the plain and simple. Back when we first met, what was that all about? How did I end up in the fortress with all the books? Why did I wake up right when you came? This is horse feathers. So many answers, so many options to answer that. You know, the real horse feathers here is how many questions you are able to ask without pausing for breath or letting me get a word in edgeways. There, I've asked them all. Just answer already, I'm all ears. You know, I just know the Griffin statue had stood in the library for decades. Does this mean I was napping inside a statue? And what woke me up was probably the grasshopper god smashing the city with his scythe? Grasshopper god is a very nice nickname for Deskari. I'm a heavy sleeper, but no one could have slept through a whopper like that. No, it still doesn't make a lick of sense. Right, so what was it you wanted to ask about? Maybe, do you want to tell me about your homelands? I'll tell you this. Sarkorian isn't a country, Sarkorian is a whole world. Just imagine lynx standing at the edge of snowy woods in the north, perch splashing in the Shelyn in the east, furry bumblebees buzzing over the bloomy hills of the south. And everywhere you look, there are people, the likes of which you won't find anywhere in the world. They are the bravest in battle and the fleetest in dance. Hundreds of tribes, each with its own legends, songs, heroes, gods and spirits. Now, you tell me, could a land like that really have perished because of a few grasshoppers? I won't believe it. Ever. Alright. Okay, he doesn't want an answer to that. Alright, now your turn. Where do you hail from? Who's your tribe? I mean, I wouldn't have expected you to be able to give my background answer. Yeah, Restov isn't that far away. But I mean, since Logan kind of broke with his family, I think 3 sounds pretty good. You know, my past with my family is a bit troubled, so yeah, I think our humble party is my only tribe, and it's all the tribe I need. I'm happy like that. Right you are. When you're left all alone, all you can do is huddle together with the other orphans and castaways. I used to look down on people like that. I am more than these vagabonds, I thought to myself, and now it turns out I am one. Well, if that's how it is, then no. I can't call your band my tribe, I'm sorry. But I will guide you like a mother bear guards her cubs. We might make it out of this mess yet. Oh. So, you're from the Ollus clan, right? Tell me about it. Our clan is one of the oldest. Our history goes back to a time before Sarkorian was settled, and when our ancestors lived in the mountains and the far north. Once their mountain's home had become too small for them, they went down to the untrodden hills and forests of the south, drove out the monsters and the giants, and founded Sarkorian. Even back then, the Ollus were the first into every battle, and the first to build a settlement on their land. People wrote so many songs about our deeds that, if I were to start singing them all to you, we'd be stuck here for a good month. That's a lot. Who rooted these orcish invaders? Who seduced the Fey Queen and stole her tiara? Whose apples are the size of a hair, and whose cider, made from those apples, can knock a bear out? That's right, it's all us, the Ollusks. You know, if the giants lived there before your ancestors came, you can't really call those lands untrodden, can you? Oh, you'll laugh. You're saying giants are people? Have you seen one with your own eyes? They can't even speak our tongue, they just growl and fart. They may look like humans, but they're dumber than frogs. All they know is eating and fighting. They feast on human flesh, I'll have you know. So, don't feel bad for those freaks. Our ancestors were right to cut them down. What exactly was your role in your tribe? I was the chieftain. And not by the right of blood, like in some tribes. It takes more than being born in the right family to lead the Ollusks. You have to earn that right from our divine patron. Ervar, the heavenly Griffin, chose me. Ulbrig chuckles mirthlessly. Except, as you can see, it didn't do my clan any good. The chieftain's duty is to be with their people. In peace and in war, in life and in death. And what did I do? Abandoned them. There's no two ways about it. I missed everything. I slept through everything. Tell me about your patron, the Griffin. Ervar. The Griffin whose beak has marked the sun and whose talons have raked the moon. Ulbrig crosses his arms in a ritual gesture. He's the ancient protector of our clan. From each generation, he chooses one who is worthy of wielding his power and leading his tribe. Nice. But ever since I woke up here, he hasn't spoken to me. No prophetic dreams, no answers, no signs. His power is still with me, so he must be alive. Then, why is he silent? He shakes his head, his red mane, helplessly. Well, thank a lot for your answers. I'm always up for a chat, especially when there's still beer to be drunk. Alright, see you around. Soft grass underfoot to you. Oh, he seems pretty cool. And he's a really nice hair color. Alright. Yeah. Before talking to Irabeth, let's just go to Joran, I think was his name, Staunton's brother, and let's see if we can buy any nice armor for Woljif. Yeah, Joran. Okay. Let's see. Rocket helmet. I mean, a damage reduction to melee sounds good, because I think he was usually assault in melee. Let's just have a look if we rely on his perception, which I don't think. This is just plus 10. Yeah, mine is higher. So, let's buy it for him. If we got the money. Ha ha ha. I mean, it's pretty expensive too, so maybe let's just have a look. There's something else. Attrition dagger. Enhancement +1, finesse wielding. Once around, when this +1 dagger lands a hit on an enemy, it deals them 1 constitution ability damage. That sounds nice. But it's also so expensive. Okay, then let's just sell the rest of our things. I think the shifter's wearing hide armor, so we'll keep the +1 hide armor for the time being. We are not gonna have a connect assist, I think, so let's sell that one. We already have a nice longsword. I don't think we need a scimitar. I mean, in the end, we could also always buy new ones. I was told by my brother to keep the glaives, because there will be a character who's using them. But maybe let's just have a look which is nicer. This deals negative damage. What is negative damage? Is that a damage type? But this also deals negative damage. Negative energy damage. I don't know. Let's just keep the pricier one. We already have nice repairs. Okay. Deal. So now we have money. We can buy the dagger. We can buy the helmet. Can we also... No, we can't equip it, unfortunately. I was just hoping that he has, like, I don't know, a ring of protection or something. Nope. He does not. Quiver of cold iron ammunition. That's so expensive. But it has 50 units. Yeah, come on. Because I think it will be interesting for Lann if we keep him. I don't know who to get rid of. I'm so bad with these decisions. Okay, let's... Don't squander about it too much. But let's give Woljif first his hat. I don't like hats. Can I? Ha! I can disable it. Thank God. And the other thing was the dagger. Alright.
Beautiful.
Now I just hope he doesn't betray us. Or runs away. We invested in you. You stay. Alright. Irabeth. Irabeth rubs her head red and tied eyes. Any success? Out the city. Yeah, then I think here we could start the assault on the Great Garrison. So, as I said, let's skip that for the time being. And do the Thiefling quest before that. There's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Is he informant among the Thieflings? Irabeth arches a brow in surprise. Kenabres is threatened by a demon horde, and you have enough spare time to help out thieves. I don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley, handed me the note, and disappeared. Irabeth hesitates as she tries to remember. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face, but the long horns, didn't fit under it. That sounds like something to write down. Of course, my memory is as bad as the memory of my computer currently. Broken, but kinda working. So, we have a cloak, we have a hood, and we have longhorns. There should be a guardian golem in the Ancestries and Wonders, the shop they tried to rob. The owner gave us the construct's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact, so you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Iori. The shop's owner must have escaped, but there's a chance you get lucky with the golem. Irori, also known as the Master of Masters, the Enlightened One, and the Perfect Human, is the god of enlightenment, self-perfection, knowledge, healing, and inner strength. His followers claim that he was once a mortal who achieved absolute physical and mental perfection and thus attained divinity of his own volition. He is one of the core gods, if not the most powerful deity of the Wundrani pantheon, but has an increasing follower in the inner sea region as well. Sounds a bit like Buddhistic influence. Alright. Go. May iomedae keep you safe. Let's do a rest. Why does it say you cannot rest here? I'm just doing that. Yeah, I still don't have a Scroll Scriber's kit. We'll have to look out for that one. Or an Alchemist kit. What would be fun? Who do I want? Who would you like to cook with together? I think it would be absolutely horrible to cook with Daeran. I think it would be quite chaotic to cook with Ember. And I don't know if it would be too risky to cook with Nenio. I think it would be quite fun to cook with Seelah, so let's do that. Not that it has any implications.
You lucked out with your horns. At least yours don't tear a hole in every hood you wear. But we'd be even luckier if...
We never had the damn things in the first place.
Oh, but you look cool with them. Yay, we successfully cooked a hearty meal. Good food always helps. I love that this game shows that. Okay, let's go to the shop and let's see what we find out about the traitor. Or informant. Depends on whose side you're on. Who were you? Ah, it was just a bystander with a name.
Let's see what we can do.
He seemed important because he had a name. Okay, who do we take? I mean, we're fixed. Let's stay behind. So far we have 2 wizards, we have 2 melee characters, we have 3 casters. But the thing is, we need a healer, and we need a good one. So I don't know, I'm afraid I have to kick Nenio out. Cause I think it's also important to have like some physical damage. But he's also melee, so we could also kick Seelah. Ah, I hate those decisions. I want no one to be left behind. I wonder if there's a mod for more slots. But there are just so many characters. Do I hear snoring? I don't know. Let's try it that way and